Hello, kindergarten scholars. Today, the Office of English Language Arts is excited to share with you an interactive read aloud followed by a phonics lesson. So stay tuned after the read aloud.
Hello, kindergarten families. We are excited to share If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, presented with permission from HarperCollins Publishing. This week, kindergarten students got introduced to the hen card. We learned that Jem's pet hen says, eh, 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 as she pecks. This is the short vowel sound for the letter E. As you listen to the text, see if you hear any words with the short E vowel sound, eh. After you finish listening to the story, we will share some questions for you to think and talk about. Then you will see a writing prompt. You can use this writing prompt to respond to the text. You can then share your written response with your teacher. Finally, you will see some project ideas for enrichment and ways to have fun interacting with the book. Enjoy!
Hello! Welcome to today's Read Aloud. Today I'm reading you the story, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. This story is written by Laura Numeroff. Laura Numeroff is the one who wrote the words to the story. She's the author. This story is illustrated by Felicia Bond. Felicia Bond is the one that drew all the pictures. She is the illustrator. Today, as you're listening to this story, I would like for you to think about something called cause and effect. Cause and effect is when things that happen in a story make something else happen. So a cause will make an event happen. I want you to listen and find out all the things that the mouse wants that makes then the boy do something for the mouse. There's going to be a lot of events, a lot of things that are happening in the story, and I want you to listen to how one thing makes something else happen. Are you ready to listen with me? Here we go.
If you give a mouse a cookie.
He's going to ask for a glass of milk. When you give him the milk, he'll probably ask you for a straw. When he's finished, he'll ask for a napkin.
Then he'll want to look in a mirror to make sure he doesn't have a milk mustache. When he looks into the mirror, he might notice his hair needs a trim. So he'll probably ask for a pair of nail scissors. Right now, I have been listening to all of these events, things that happen in the story that are making other things happen. I know that once the mouse looked into the mirror, he noticed his hair. And once he noticed his hair, he then wanted a pair of scissors. And because he wanted a pair of scissors, the boy went looking for them. These are awesome causes and effects in the story. One thing is making something else happen. Let's keep reading and find out more. When he's finished giving himself a trim, he'll want a broom to sweep up. He'll start sweeping. He might get carried away and sweep every room in the house. He may even end up washing the floors as well. When he's done, he'll probably want to take a nap. Right now, I'm thinking, what event or thing that happened made the mouse so tired that he wanted to take a nap? Do you remember? That's right. He was sweeping and washing the floors. Good job. Let's keep reading. You'll have to fix up a little box for him with a blanket and a pillow. He'll crawl in, make himself comfortable, and fluff the pillow a few times. He'll probably ask you to read him a story. So you'll read to him from one of your books, and he'll ask to see the pictures. When he looks at the pictures, he'll get so excited, he'll want to draw one of his own. He'll ask for paper and crayons. He'll draw a picture. Oh, right now I'm thinking, what event happened in the story that made the mouse want to draw a picture? Do you remember? That's right. I think it was when the boy read a story. Then the mouse wanted to see the pictures in the book. And that made the mouse want to draw his own picture. Good thinking. Let's keep reading. When the picture is finished, he'll want to sign his name with a pen. Then he'll want to hang his picture on your refrigerator, which means he'll need Scotch tape. He'll hang up his drawing and stand back and look at it. Looking at the refrigerator will remind him that he's thirsty. So he'll ask for a glass of milk. And chances are, if he asks for a glass of milk, he's going to want a cookie to go with it. Oh, that was a great story. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. We were talking about cause and effect today, and I want you to look at this last picture. Do you know what caused all of these belongings to be out and about around the boy and the mouse? Oh, yes, throughout the story, the mouse wanted to do something, and the boy had to go and get him materials. And event to event to event made the boy get out all of these things to help the mouse. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this story as much as I did. Have a great afternoon.
We hope you enjoyed listening to the story. Listen as I read you these questions. Then you will have a few moments to share your answers with someone near you. What words did you hear with the sound? What happened when the boy gave the mouse a cookie? Do you think the mouse was a good house guest? Why or why not? The book ends with the boy giving the mouse another cookie. What do you predict will happen next? Grab a piece of paper and a pencil and jot down this idea for writing about the story. Draw a picture of your favorite part of the story. Write a sentence that goes with your picture. If you give a mouse a, he will ask for. Here are some more ways you can interact with the story at home. In the story, the boy uses a box and tissue to make a bed for the mouse to take a nap. Use materials you find around the house to make a bed for a mouse to take a nap. Write your own story in the style of If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. Some examples might be If You Give a Cat a Cracker, or If You Give a Llama an ice cream cone. Illustrate your story with pictures. In the story, the mouse asks for a pen to write his name on his picture. When someone signs their name, it's called a signature. Practice writing your signature. Make sure to write on paper. You can practice writing it in different sizes, colors, and letter styles. The mouse makes a big mess, and the boy has to clean it up. Help someone in your family clean up around your house. Thanks for joining us for If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. We hope to see you again soon.
Hello, readers and writers. Today we're going to look at two sounds that we can read words with the eh sound and the qu sound. But first, before we go into these sounds, I want to see if we can hear two parts of a word and put it together. So everyone sit up nice and tall. Think about those sounds in your head. The first example is going to be ing. So I'm going to first hear the k sound. The ending is ing. What I want you to do is put it together and you have king. Ready? W, inter, winter, s, ample, sample. Good. W, ish, wish. All right, let's take this away. Let's see if we can do it without it. Ready? G, Allen, gallon, oil, foil, neighbor, neighbor, itchin, kitchen, iggle, wiggle. Excellent. Now what we're going to do is we're going to focus on that eh sound first, and I want to introduce you to our hen card. Our hen card is right here. It's going to say eh, and the letter is E. So if we turn it around, we can see that capital E and lowercase e are there. They're written in red font because we know that our vowels are in red. We also know those short vowels are going to be in a green box. So this is the letter E, but I want to tell you a little bit about the hen story. And the motion that we're going to do for the hen is I want you to put out your hand like you have seeds on your hand, and I want you to peck. We're going to pretend that our fingers and our little hand is the beak of a hen, and we're going to peck at the seeds. Ready? Eh, 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 eh. Excellent. So Let's learn about this hen card. Jem's pet hen likes to peck, peck, peck. She pecks at a speck on her new red deck. So everyone, let's pretend that this is our little new red deck, and let's do that sound. Eh, 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 eh. Jem's hen pecks at a cracked egg. She helps the chick get out alive and well. So let's do this sound. As if she's pecking at that little cracked egg. So can you help me one last time? This is our hen card. It's going to be an sound with the letter E. Let's do it. Excellent. The first thing that I want you to listen for is the at the beginning of the word. So let's think about our hen card. Let's think about that sound. And what I want you to do is get out your little pecking hand if you hear it at the beginning of the word. So let's think about the word edge. Do you hear at the beginning of edge? You do. Elbow. Act. No, we do not. That's that lamb. Card. Ever. Enter. If. We're going to have to do that. We do not hear it at the beginning of the word. Now what we're going to do is we're going to listen for that in the middle of the word. So we do know something special about our vowels. And our vowels are going to typically be found in the middle of the word. So I'm going to give you a first example here. If the word was pen, if you have your roller coaster ready, pen. I hear that in the middle of the word pen. And we know that's where our short vowels are typically found, in the middle of the word. So if you hear this in the middle of the word go ahead and do your hand motion. And if you do not hear it, then give me that quiet X. All right. The word is leg. Leg. Let's do our roller coaster. Egg. I do hear the at the middle. So you may do your hand motion. The word is get. Get. Roller coaster. Get. You hear it. The word is sat. Sat. If I were to stretch that out, it would be sat. Well, that's that lamb card again. Not our hen card. Really nice job listening for the hen card. The next card that we are going to talk about is our lovely quacking duck card. This is the Q. So if I turn it over, I see a big capital Q and a lowercase q. They look very different, and we're going to go over that a little bit later. But I want to introduce you to our quacking duck. And the quacking duck is going to have this sound that says quack, quack, quack. I want to show you something. There was something interesting in our objective or our outcome today. It actually had the k and then the w. Those are actually two sounds that we did last week. So you had your camera card and your washer card. This Q is actually going to say those sounds together. The camera and the washer. So try that. Look at this, see if it helps. And then I want you to look at our quacking duck, and I'm going to ask you to do that sound. Okay? So here is Quincy the duck. And Quincy the duck can't quite quack like all the other quacking ducks. He tries, but it sounds like this. Okay. Now, this is not right. This is not how the ducks normally quack. When Quincy tries to quack quietly, he actually quacks really loud. So really get ready. Say it loud and proud. Qu, 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 qu. He tries to quack slowly, but his quack comes out quickly. Now we have to go really quick. Qu, 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 qu. Good. One day, Quincy was practicing his quacks. His friend Quip quacked along with him. "Repeat after me," said his friend Quip. Qu, 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 qu. Quincy couldn't quack quite right, but Quincy kept quacking. He said, "I won't quit until I quack like the best quackers around." So can you quack like Quincy? Qu, 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 qu. Good job. What I want to do now is I'm going to say a couple words, and I want you to repeat those words. These are words that have the qu sound. And I just want to say the word, and then I'm going to go like this, and you say the word. I want you to hear that qu at the beginning of the word. So Quincy's going to help us, but say the word quack. Quack. Hear that qu at the beginning. Okay. Quarter. Quarter, like money. Quiet. Quiet. Do you hear that? Qu. Feel how your mouth is having it, the air is going right out the front. Qu. For just similar to that w sound that you had last week. Last word for Quincy is going to be quit. Say quit. Good job. So this is the Quincy card, and it's going to have that capital Q and the lowercase q. But I do want to show you something about words with the qu sound in it. So when you see your handwriting this week, I want you to take your time with your handwriting and really focus on a full circle for your capital letter. And then you're going to get to do this little dash line, this little diagonal line. It's fun. A full circle for your capital Q, and then a little diagonal line. Now, your lowercase q does not look very similar. This is a full circle that's up from the headline down to the baseline. Now, your lowercase q is going to start at that midline, a full circle to the baseline, a really beautiful circle, and you're going to get to lift your pencil and go right from the midline down and curl it back up. I really think you're going to have fun with this. You're going to take that midline, go down straight, and then curl it like a tail. So let's practice a couple together. If I am doing my capital Q with my handwriting, I'm going to take my time. Maybe I'm going to have my hand on my paper. I'm going to start at that headline, and I'm going to make a full circle. I'm going to lift my pencil, and then right below the midline, in between the midline and the baseline, I get to do my fun little diagonal line. But if I were doing my lowercase q, I'm going to start at the midline. I am going to do that full circle to the baseline. I'm going to lift my pencil, and then this is when I get to do a straight line down, and then I get to curl it at the end. Okay? I think you're going to have a really good time curling your lowercase q's. But there's something else that's really special about our qu sound. Our q is always going to be next to the letter U. And you know the letter U as our tug card, but it's not going to make that sound. I'm going to find, like a word detective, I'm going to find my Q, U's, and I'm going to circle them. And do you see that Q, with my fun little tail, is going to be right next to the lowercase u? That's always going to be the case. They are best friends. They are always together, and together they make the qu sound. So do this with me. Qu. I have this lowercase I, the pig that's giggling, I, and then z. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these sounds together. Qu, I. Let's put those together. Quiz, quiz, quiz. I'm going for my word detective time. I'm going to look for a QU. So like I have, I'm going to look for my Q and my U right next to it. I found it. Now I have my I, just like my pig again. And I have my timer card. So I, as the teacher, I'm going to say all three sounds. And I need you to put these sounds together. Qu, I, t. One more time. Qu, I, t. Quit. Okay. I'm going to look for my QU that's going to make that qu sound. And I found it. All right, teacher time. I'm going to tell you something special. This is going to make one sound, and it's just like our camera card. So this would just be qu, I, k. One more time. Qu, I, k. Put those sounds together. Quick. This word detective time, I'm going to find my QU. They're always going to be next to each other. I am only changing this I to a, just like our lamb card. So I have qu, a, k, qu, a, k, quack, just like Quincy. The last thing that we're going to go over today is I do want to have us blend some words. This is something we haven't done in a long time, but over here you have our F card. We talked about this hen card. I want to bring us back to the hen card. And I'm going to write some words up here really nice and slow. And what I want you to do is just tell me the sound of each letter that I put up on the board. Remembering that the e is going to be our vowel. So that's going to live in the middle spot of our word. So if we start off with one word, I'm just going to ask for the sound. Sound. P. Sound. E. Put those two sounds together. Pe. Sound. N. Pen. Pen. And that word is pen. I have my popcorn card, my my just like my hen card, and then I have my nurse card with that gnat. So when I put those sounds together, I have the word pen. Let's go a little faster next time. So we're going to listen for our sound. I want this first sound. W. Sound. E. Put those two together. We. Sound. T. Blend. Wet. Wet. What's that word? Wet. Good.